As part of the 4-day tour of the former President John Dramani Mahama here in the Bono East Region, we just caught up with Joyce Bawa Mogtari, who is the former president's spokesperson. Of course, we are set to engage her to find out from her, her impression about the campaign or the tour so far, and what are some of the critical things or critical messages that she believes the NDC has outlined to deal with the challenges the people in the region are facing, and whether the NDC has what it takes to win all 11 constituencies here in the Bono East Region.
As someone who has followed the John Dramani Mahama campaign train since 2016, I must confess that if you observe what happened in 2020, I can see the rousing crowds, the welcoming crowds, above average crowds. And I hear the chiefs, I hear the opinion leaders. I've seen all the community day schools. I've seen all the hospital facilities, the CHIPS compounds. I know in my heart that the good Lord is faithful. That when it comes to the polls in December, John Mahama Befa Ampa.
This is purely an agrarian region for the food basket of the country. Do you think the manifesto of the NDC has what it takes to put smiles on the faces of farmers in the region?
You know, our manifesto so far, since it was launched, nobody has asked us any questions. The whole theme says resetting Ghana, jobs, accountability, prosperity for all. And when Mr. Mahama spoke about free fertilizers, when we arrived here, you heard him. When he spoke about access to cocoa growing areas by way of cocoa rows, you heard the reaction. When he spoke about water, basic for the people in this catchment area, you heard them. When he spoke about rural electrification, indeed yesterday at Atebubu, you saw how the power kept fluctuating. This is the second time. When we went on the Let's Build Ghana tour, it was happening. Nothing has changed. The people in this community know a man who cares about farming. John Mahama was raised by a farmer. He himself has huge farming interests. So when he promises agric centers to be full areas to serve agric communities, I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. Look, so for our part, we are working very hard to promote our manifesto on the economy, on agric, on infrastructure, on education. You saw some of the amazing community day schools, including ones that have accommodation for teachers. Tell me, is this a man who was not interested in Ghana's future? Look at some of the schools you've seen in some of the communities, for example. So when you see decent blocks for schools, people need some level of comfort to be able to study and study properly. I believe that there's no doubt that infrastructure is also one of the biggest things that we lack. And so being one of the newly created regions, you can see that not much is taking place.
8 out of the 11 constituencies in the region, 8 seats out of 11. We've been hearing agenda 11-11. You want to capture all the 11 seats. From what you have seen throughout your tour, is that achievable?
But you should know that it's very easily achievable. If in the difficulties of an opponent like the elephant, we have 8 out of 11 seats, then looking forward to 11 over 11 is something that we can easily achieve. You know, look around you. There must be a good reason. People who farm know a man who understands farming. People who farm know a man who cares. People who farm know leaders who have lied their way to power through propaganda and falsehoods. Indeed, John Mahama today stands tall and vindicated on all the lies, even on the economy. Who has better managed the economy? Who has borrowed less and done well with it? When they say Mahama si obeyoa and they ampa, na me say abano de me sure say nyame ya adoma Mahama farm.
Lastly, resetting Ghana or upgrading Ghana. Some say resetting means we are going back to the hell days. Tell me the reason why we need to reset Ghana and not upgrade Ghana.
My brother, take it in whatever way, whatever form. The new lingua franca is that there is a need to reset for change or change for reset. Either one of them is for the NDC, and the good people of Ghana have bought into it that they want a reset. What we are looking forward to is to fight corruption. Any vote for Baumia is a third term for Akufo-Addo. We must end state capture. We must end arrogance of power. We must end disrespect. We must end reckless borrowing. Imagine the money that have been borrowed. Indeed, if every citizen or region had gotten the $1 million, don't you think their lives would be better? I believe that the NDC is here to reset. Let's vote for change. Let's vote for John Mahama. And as I say every day, Ghana deserves better. Ghana deserves better than Akufo-Addo and Bawumia together. Let's vote them out and vote for a party that truly cares.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time with us. So these are some excerpts from our engagements with Joyce Bawa Mogtari here in the Tichman municipality of the Bono East Region. My name is Anas Sabit, reporting for Joy News.